your whole set. Y'all ain't ready yet, we are the best. Victorious, but anonymous. Yes, if thinking dangerous, they calling us and we go to war. And give the competitor a way to yes before. Busting through walls, busting through floors, busting through ceilings, busting through doors. Surprise, because the good guys realize we don't stop. They got to know the cell, we like who needs the cops. We got a hero on our line.
The film Mystery Men is without question one of the worst superhero films I've ever seen. It came out during a time where superhero movies were awful. Now this film is funny, but that does not make it good whatsoever. Based on Bob Burden's Flaming Carrot comics, this film stars a team of lesser superheroes who tries to save the day, but in the beginning they fail miserably at it. These wannabe heroes, they are outshined by Captain Amazing, but when Captain Amazing petitions for Casanova Frankenstein to get released, he himself gets captured, and it's up to these fake wannabe superheroes to try to save the day. I have to say, this film is horrible by every stretch of the imagination. It stars a cast of Ben Stiller, Hank Azaria, William H. Macy, Greg Kinnear, Janeane Garofalo, Ben Rubens, Kel Mitchell, and the main villain is played by Geoffrey Rush. What can I say? This movie is so fucking awful that going back to rewatch it, I laugh at several scenes throughout this film.
People who don't close their mouths when they chew make me furious.
I can only become invisible when no one's watching.
So, you're only invisible to yourself?
Oh, no. If I look at myself, I become visible again.
So, you can only become invisible when absolutely nobody is watching you?
Yes.
Do forgive our incredulity, but I'm wondering how you can be certain you've achieved transparency at all.
Well, when you go invisible, you can feel it.
You see what I mean? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The whole ridiculous of these wannabe heroes is that none of them have actual cool powers. I mean, you have a superhero whose flatulence can make people faint. And then you got a guy called the Shover, the Blue Raja, superhero that uses curry, never uses knives, strangely enough. But all these wannabe heroes, the only cool one I saw was Captain Amazing. Now, was Captain Amazing a parody of Captain America? Nonetheless, though, that these fake superheroes, they are horrible in every stretch of imagination. They try their damn hardest, but it just don't compare to Marvel DC Comics, But, this film is interesting for what it is. It's just the chemistry is not there. The acting is awful, especially by Ben Stiller. Him playing Mr. Furious, especially in the beginning of this film, is so damn awful that it is borderline hysterical. Not just that though, I think that when this film had came out in the late 90s, it was during a time when superhero films were awful. Just 2 years prior was the awful Batman, Robin, Steel, Spawn, films like that. It came out during a time where superhero films were not great at all. If you've never seen this film, do yourself a favor and never watch this awful movie. Now, I admit, Captain Amazing, he's not really all that great, to be honest. I mean, he's kind of a douchebag to people. I mean, he just straight up disregards the public. And the only reason he's really doing this is so he look good in the public's view. If anything, a little character development would help, but really nothing could save this film. I mean, I could probably imagine Hollywood trying to offer this movie to a lot of people before they cast, the people that was in this film, but they probably turned out for good reason. Who would want to star in this shitty film anyway? Just ask Ben Stiller. I bet Ben Stiller probably say that starring in this film is probably one of the worst decisions of his career. If anything, as horrible as this movie is, it's not the worst superhero film I've seen. There are some laughable moments in it, and the banter between all these fake superheroes are like I said, it's okay, but this is still a awful movie. I'm giving this film a 5 out of 10. This movie is a complete waste of time, awful acting, the script is just shitty, and the whole premise of this film doesn't work at all. Even if you had released this film anywhere during the early 2000s, it would probably been lost in the show. Oddly enough, this film has gotten like positive reviews on IMDb. I don't know, maybe this is like a guilty pleasure for a lot of people to watch this film. There is some enjoyment to be had from this movie, but it's mainly for laughs. As far as the superhero film is, it's like one of the worst out there. If anything, Jeffrey Rush did a decent job playing the villain. But that doesn't say this trash film, this whole damn movie is a joke. And that's my review of Mystery Men. Okay, leave your comments down below in this section and let me know what you think about this film. Do you consider this film a guilty pleasure, or do you outright hate this film? You know, for this movie to be as bad as it is, there at least is some enjoyment to be had with this film at least. Alright, this is Slum Guy 172 saying, peace out.
There's only one thing that I need to know. Those mystery men. There's only one thing that I need to know. Those mystery men.
We got a gates and boost my troop and group and get loose, double boost the swoop on these feelings like oof. We got a gates and boost my troop and group and get loose, double boost the swoop on these feelings like
Coming to get you, one gone, one in the mixture, one in the chrome. Half alone, one in the picture, mystery man, half from seed, no blasphemy. Ready to put it down for the block. Actually, ready to put it down for Champion City. Rolling the Herkimer, sitting on 20s. Beating the town up to the Trump round.